There's a lot to say about Garam and his overall kit, but once you peel away all the layers, all it really comes down to is that he's a glass cannon, water element DPS unit. And I think that's where I'll start for the people who just want to get in and out of the video. Garam has, at this point in the game, the second highest base attack stat and the lowest base defense for an SSR unit. His party buff is water attack, which kind of limits him to water teams, and his exclusive weapon is very nice to have but could be substituted with another water bow if you have any. Catherine's exclusive bow is really good for him if he isn't your lead unit, and if he is your lead, the default bow he comes with will suffice. Now, something interesting about Garam you will notice when you read his kit is that he can also equip a basket, and in doing so he becomes a healer. Or at least that's what they would let you to believe. Trust me, I tried this. I went so far as to buy the basket for around 2 million gold from the shop, just to have Garam act as the healer on my water team, because at the time when I pulled him, I did not have his exclusive weapon. Garam is not meant to be your team's healer. You can try it if you so desire, but Garam was honestly designed to be a glass cannon DPS, and I believe they attached the healing onto his kit just to fit with the lore. As for his kit though, it is quite simple. For his normal attack, he empties his quiver of arrows when using a bow, firing one at a time in a straight line. These arrows have a lot of range, which is quite good for a ranged unit. If you decide to go the crazy route and use a basket, his normal attack instead fires 2 fireballs simultaneously. The range isn't as long as the arrows, but the fireballs can go through obstacles while the arrows cannot. I believe his healing is attached to the last shot he fires with either the bow or the basket. As you can see, that shot turns green, but it isn't something I've tested myself fully. His 5-star special ability literally gives him 20% more attack when using a bow, or doubles his healing output with a basket. Really basic effect but very effective. As he has no secondary active skill, we can go over his weapon skill. If you have his exclusive weapon, he fires a lightning charge arrow in a straight line. If you have the basket from the shop, which I do not recommend, he does this whirlpool thing. So depending on what weapon you have, your weapon skill will change. Just remember that the weapon skill is only activated by the lead unit, so it isn't as important if you are running Garam in the back line. And finally, we have his chain skill, which does damage whether you have a bow or a basket with no additional effects. As you can see, Garam's kit is quite simple and mostly just hyper focused on using his massive attack to output a ton of range damage. He can heal, but I don't recommend it, and because his party buff is water attack, he isn't flexible in the weapons he can equip, and ideally you would want to run more water units with him, although this part isn't mandatory. Overall, Garam is just another DPS unit. A very strong one like Arabelle, but a DPS unit all the same. He does carry the cool factor though, being a Ninetales fox with a cool backstory, awesome voice, and one of the few male characters we will get for a long time. And that's it for this video. Until next time, my name is Kujets and you can look forward to more Guardian Tales videos in the future.